Hey everybody, this is Coach Steele with Keep It Still. And today I have a league owner. And today I have the infamous Play SSK. And he is going to tell you what does SSK mean. He is going to tell you where he is based out of, like what part of metropolitan Atlanta he is based out of, and he's going to give you some more history as to what made him want to start a kickball league, what even made him want to give it that name SSK, as we like to call it, SSK. And he's going to tell you how long he's been in the league or having a league, and he's going to tell you a little bit more just about himself. So I am going to introduce to you the infamous AJ. Say hey everybody.
What's happening, good people?
Okay, so AJ, tell everybody how'd you get your start.
All right, well, first,
Okay.
I'd like to say thank you for this platform.
Absolutely.
I think it's an incredible thing that you're doing, and the culture should love you for it.
Gotcha.
So salute to you. We appreciate you.
Yes,
for having this
thank you.
And extending the olive branch and having me on your platform.
Absolutely. I could not have a Keep It Still podcast without having you, because to me, Atlanta kickball is so dope, and I say that all the time. And I think that you have in the past, and is currently playing a part in the dopeness. So thank you.
Thank you. So what we got? Let's have some fun with it.
All right. So let's tell about when you started.
Whew. All right. So that's convoluted, right?
Okay.
So can I just give you the story?
You can give me the story.
All right. So I had an organization. It's called 25 and Older. That's one of my parent companies.
Okay.
And we were an adult social network.
Gotcha.
So we did a lot of cool things: parties, trips, book clubs, dog walks,
yeah.
socials, all of that stuff.
Was that 25 and older on the meetup?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. So we had that, and I wanted to do more for the people in the network, right?
Okay.
And I couldn't quite figure it out. And I had done a bowling league years ago at 300, and we had a lot of people involved with that. So I was like, what can I do to get these people together?
Do you still have your bowling league?
No.
Okay.
No. That was many moons
Many moons ago. Okay.
Right. So I wanted to find a way to connect the people in the network. Right?
Okay.
Because once you've done a bunch of parties and house parties and trips,
it's
like, what's another way we can connect with the people?
Yeah.
And a sports team came to mind.
Okay.
A sports team came to mind, and a young lady had played in a league. I put out there that I was considering something to a close-knit few people.
Okay.
And she was like, yo, you should do a kickball team.
Okay.
And I was like, dope.
Is that young lady a kickballer now?
No,
Okay,
unfortunately
gotcha.
she's not. But I'm gonna call her name.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her all her props. Chantel.
Yeah,
it's Poison.
Chantel, is that the dark-skinned girl? Is she a Delta?
She's not a Delta, but she is
Okay.
dark-skinned.
All right.
She came to me and she was like, yo, your organization is dope. I see what you're trying to do. Kickball would be a viable option.
Gotcha.
So we set out to explore that option, and I went to my network, sent out an email. This is a funny story, right?
Okay.
I sent out an email, and the goal was to create a team for the people in the network.
Gotcha. But where were y'all gonna play at that time?
We didn't know.
Gotcha.
We didn't know yet.
Okay.
Right? We didn't have all that information, right?
Okay.
The information was extremely limited.
Okay.
All
understand.
I knew is that I was trying to create something for people and have fun with it, and I figured the rest out left.
Now, at the time when you wanted to create the team, were you thinking it was going to be all women or co-ed, or what were you thinking at that time?
At the time, it was definitely women.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because to be transparent, when she came to me, she came with me with the idea of it being a woman's team.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I thought for
Okay.
the network, we would get the women involved, and some of the men that were around the network would probably be the coaches.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we sought out to do a team. I sent out an email in my network, picked the date. The date was August 4th,
Okay.
2013 or 14.
Okay.
And we had a tryout. This is funny. We had a tryout.
Okay.
A tryout at Welcome Park.
Oh, welcome all. Okay.
So the young lady, she knew a guy.
Wow.
He had coached before. I think
Okay.
he was trying to get in it, was in it in some capacity. she was like, well, I got a coach I could bring, because I didn't know nothing.
Right, because I'm over here tripping like a tryout. You didn't know anything
right,
about
like
kickball.
how long ago was that? I knew
Right.
nothing. But this is what I did know.
Okay.
This is what I did know. What I knew was I could bring people together.
That's right.
Right, and I could find other people who knew what they're doing.
I like that.
Right?
I love
so
it.
So I knew that.
Okay.
So she had a guy, she knew something, and I knew this guy. I knew a guy. He understood calisthenics and jumping jacks. I wasn't a fitness guy, right?
Right.
So I called him. Guess who that was?
Who?
Coach Sean. Sean Ward.
Really?
Sean Ward.
Sean Ward. Hey, Sean.
I've known Sean since he was like a sophomore in college.
Oh, wow. You go way back with Sean.
Yeah, we do, man. And just like brothers, you know, we fight, argue, and we still brothers to this day, man. He was my second phone call.
Wow, I love it.
He was the first phone call was to
Chantel.
No, she called me.
Gotcha.
The first phone call was to get the park and the field. The second call was, hey, man, about 200 people that responded to this email, and I don't know what to do.
Okay,
you know, I need somebody.
Thank you, Sean, for helping.
Yeah, I said I need somebody that, you know, because here's what I'm good at.
Right.
I put on a show.
Right.
Production is my thing. I put on a show. I try to make everything look like a show.
Right.
So, and I'm not really with being embarrassed, right?
Okay.
So I knew I had to put the pieces together.
Okay.
And one of the pieces was, when I get these people, what am I going to do with them? Right. So I knew he knew something about jumping jacks and sit-ups.
Exactly.
Right. And I hope this other guy, and let me tell you who that guy was.
What?
Coach Brown.
Oh, Click Squad, Coach Brown. I love Coach Brown.
There's a story behind Click Squad. We're going to tell that one too. So I met Brown that day. So we met at Welcome Hall. And true story, about 150 people showed up.
I love it. That's a lead right there.
So stop, you stealing my thunder. Because they showed up. I think we told everybody to bring at least $100.
Oh, wow.
For their uniforms and registration fees. And we was going to have this tryout. I had a league that day. I had zero idea.
I love it.
I didn't know what I can tell you now, I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
And the people came out. And when I tell you about 150, 180 people.
I love it.
Let me tell you the other funny part.
What?
Because we didn't know what we was doing. So, and I'm Sean gonna kill me for this. So we set out to do one team.
Okay.
We saw the number of people.
Okay.
We went into the little war room, the four of us, me, Chantel, Brown, and Sean. And we was like, yo, all these people.
Right.
So we was like, we could possibly have two teams.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, I think I'm all right now, but I ain't know then, right? So I was like, well, I need coaches.
Right.
Sean saw all them beautiful women in tights. And Sean was like, hey, I coach. And I was like, I know you.
Yes.
But I don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice in it.
I was like, I have a choice, but I was like, all right, bet. And that day, it was crazy still.
So how did you come up with the name SSK?
We ain't got there. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm sorry, you want to get there because there's something before that.
Oh, okay.
That day we came up with Hit Squad and Click 9.
Okay.
Classy ladies in competitive kickball. 9, because you know we figured 9 on the field we could be dope with 9.
Okay.
Hit Squad, home is the target. Those are two brands that have been around since that day.
Listen, ladies. Listen, kickballers. HITT.
Home is the target.
Home is the target. Click 9. Say it again.
Classy ladies in competitive kickball.
Gotcha.
People probably never know what that means.
I never knew that.
Right, yeah. It means something. It meant something. And on those teams, here's some magic. In them tryouts.
Okay.
So we had 100 and whatever number of people. We narrowed it down to about 50.
Okay.
Right? And I had a website, 25 and Older Sports.
Okay.
I hate to say this, right? But we ain't know no better, right?
That's right, you ain't know no better. Just your humble beginnings.
We put on the site if you made it or not.
Ooh.
So everybody had to submit pictures. Everybody submitted pictures.
Ooh.
And if you made it, and if you didn't see a picture, you didn't make it.
Okay.
Like it wasn't that serious, but like we did that. And then we had tryouts for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
We had people coming to practice Tuesday and Thursday. coming to practice, and on some of them early teams, the first teams, one of your favorites, Shelly Pooh.
Hey, Shelly Pooh.
SBD.
SBD, Silent but Deadly.
Jamie B. Moore.
Hey, B. Moore, I love it.
Tot was around. I think Tot came in our second or third season, but Tot came around. Who am I missing? Anybody that's around today that was there?
When did Sly come around?
I recruited Sly.
Okay.
Brown might try to take credit for it, but he can't, because Sly and our kids went to school together. I did a funny event. I did a fun event. It was a kickball event with the school.
Okay.
And she came on and participated. I was like, listen, I need you. I got a situation for you.
Did you know she was as athletic as she is?
Nah.
Oh my God.
Not until she signed up, because it was like a PTA fundraiser thing we did. And she came out to support the PTA. And I was like, yo, from that, you got to come play kickball. Yes. You got to come play kickball. So Sly came around. I think
when did V Nasty come around?
Oh, I'm sorry. V was there. V B Moore, SBD.
Shelly.
Yes. Them is like, they've been friends day one. Like people probably know now.
Now, right.
Or they have an idea. They know that they're friends, but that friendship was cultivated back in 2013, 14.
Okay.
And they've been together ever since.
They have.
Ever since. So we had those two teams. They played together, and so you want to know what we played. So then, our first options were Pink Panties. Keisha, shout out to Keisha.
No, but remember, you said you were going to tell me how you came up with the name SSK.
Because after we played for 2 years, this is fast forwarded 2 years.
What?
Yeah, we played as Click 9 and Hit Squad.
Oh, that's right. In other leagues. Yes.
In other leagues.
Okay.
For about a year and a half.
That's right.
About a year and a half.
Now, where did Keisha come into play? A classy chick.
Sean knew her.
Gotcha.
And after the first season, he realized he really didn't have all the time to commit to coaching.
Okay.
And he knew somebody who had played.
Because she was already playing over in SLK with Queen Ballers.
Exactly.
Against Queen Ballers or something like that, right?
Exactly. And then she came in as his assistant. She ended up being the head coach.
That's right.
Because he wasn't really that available.
Okay.
And when Keisha came around, boy, we butted heads, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but but the greatest thing about that, we talked about it.
Yeah,
and
I love her.
Out. Like, rocks with Keisha.
I love her. She real like that.
Yeah, no,
and she let bygones be bygones. She dig a hole and bury it. She straight up. I love her.
She knew what I didn't know, and I didn't know what I didn't know at the time.
And that's real talk right there. You didn't know what you didn't know.
I didn't know what I didn't know.
But she knew that you didn't know it.
Right. And I think that's why she didn't quit on us, or them ladies.
That's right.
Or them ladies, because they were talented, they were good. But she came in, she stepped in and helped Sean out, and that's where Keisha came in.
Well, when y'all, as a team, y'all had two teams, Click 9, Hit Squad, and y'all were considering to play in Pink Panties.
So the first thing, you remember when they did the Tri-Nation?
The Tri-Nations.
That was
what
Sandra,
Keisha
from Pink Panties, and Ladies First was the name of her league, I think. Her team was Pink Panties. And there was a third. I think it was
AAOK or AOK.
I think it was.
Yeah,
and it was them or ECK, them Keishas.
I think it was. I thought it was AOK, and the reason I'm saying this is because I just did a Keep It Still podcast with Sam.
Okay.
And she mentioned Tri-Nations and the people that were involved. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so that was our first stop, but we ended up playing at Kick Chicks in.
Yes, Kick Chicks.
In Atlanta. At Washington Park.
Okay, Kick Chicks.
Now, that's when I first met. Yo, it's crazy how long some of us been around this game. QT and her husband.
That's right. I met Kiki. Kiki Chappelle and Wayman Chappelle.
Yep. Met them there. I don't know if they remember, but I remember. We was all at Kick Chicks at Washington Park.
Washington Park.
That was our first league. From there, we was gonna sign up through the Tri-Nation through Pink Panties and Keisha. We ended up playing at Gresham Park. Was our second place that we played, And
Were y'all good, or
we was dope.
Y'all was dope. Okay.
We was dope. So 2 things happened. One, Hit Squad and Click 9. I don't think they had played each other before. They had not by design. We didn't mind the plan, but in peak panties. And Tremaine was out there. What was Poison? What was the coach Poison? Tall dude, brother, bald head.
Cody.
Tall dude, bald head. Y'all know him. That's not his name. But anyway, we played for the first time each other.
Josh Poison?
Nah, this was back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you his name. I wish I should have typed it in my phone. But it was a lot of people was out there, and we played at Phoenix Park.
Played at
Phoenix Park.
Okay.
Then the next season we did the Tri Nation.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna tell you a story since you brought her name up, Sly. We was in the semifinals, headed to the championship. Game tied. I'll never forget it, and there's a reason why I always kept this story close to me. Sly playing first. We're playing against Dollar. I don't remember the team.
Dollar Bill.
Dollar Bill.
Girl Bye team.
Might have been Girl Bye. I think Dollar was probably on second.
Okay.
I think the game was tied.
Okay.
Tense game. It's amazing how the tense games happen in the rain.
I know, right?
It started drizzling, raining, people wet. There was a bunt down, 3. We tried to make the play at 1.
Were you on defense or offense?
I'm on defense.
Okay.
Sly makes the play.
And she's at 1.
She's at 1.
Okay.
Sly makes the play. Dollar's coming around from probably second. It had to be
going
second.
to third.
Dollar wasn't stopping at third.
No. What?
No, she wasn't. And she coming down that baseline and Sly threw that ball.
From first towards home.
Towards third, about 10 yards from home.
Okay.
Dollar did one of these. And that ball just went by her and hit the fence. And she went home. And you listen. Sly cried.
Sly cried.
Immediately. And the park erupted. It was a big play.
Crazy.
It was a crazy
That would have
play.
been crazy. Yes.
We was nobody ever really knew who we were.
Right.
Even then with a Sly and the SBDs and the Shelly Crews. And Dollar did that move out. She did I call it the Matrix. I call it the Matrix. And I tell that story because nowadays you can't really look at somebody and be like they're a baller or not. You can't judge a book by its
Dollar
cover.
Dope as fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I don't know if I ever told her that story. I may have told it once because I was like, she probably have no idea who I am.
Right.
5-6 years later, I was like, Dollar, you remember I lost the damn? I couldn't go to the championships because of your ass. But Sly cried, yo, and I went over there and I was like, yo, you can't like there's no coaching. Like you don't really make mistakes like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And being the leader that she was, being a player that she was, being the athlete that she was, you can't coach that. You can't be like you did something wrong.
She didn't do anything wrong.
You
it just didn't go in her favor. That was it.
That time.
Because had she hit Dollar, she would have been great. Like, oh my God, what a throw!
And she's made that play 100 times
already.
Right, so you can't be mad at that. But so that's like the story. Like that would have been we would have made it to the championship.
Right.
And Brown, I'm gonna give him his credit.
Yeah, give him credit.
Although we had these teams, I didn't coach them. They was under my 25 and older brand.
Okay.
But Brown was the coach, and Shaw, I think at this time they was both coaching. At this time, and then at one point, I don't think this was Click Squad, but we played in GGA, and the teams merged.
Do you have a board with SSK, or is it just you?
I have it's not a formal board, but I definitely have people that I reach out to and I seek counsel for. I should have a board.
Yeah, you should have a board. I don't know about having a board or not. I always ask this question just to see how other people run their business.
I don't. I probably could stand to have. I think my balance to having a board is having people that I can depend on.
Yes.
And sometimes before I make certain decisions, I try to get a little insight.
I know one person you can depend on. That badass Cal hit STEELE. That scorekeeper. I love that goddamn scorekeeper.
Oh yeah, Cal. Yeah, I rocks with Shorty.
Yeah.
Smiley.
And she don't never miss. Every game I'm there, she there. For real.
And
So I love
she keeps it
her.
together, man. She helps with like a lot of the little things.
That's right, and she get people straight.
Mm-hmm.
She told me, "Don't come in this store, keep a box with all that talk now."
Listen,
He filming.
she makes me, and I ain't said I'm beyond reproach,
Right.
but she like, look, you're not exempt from putting your numbers on your
Okay.
sheet.
Hey, she don't play, so I love her. So you never did tell me how you came up with the name with Southside Kickers League, and I want you to let everybody know what side of town you are based out of.
Got you.
Okay.
All right, so fast forward, we played for a couple of years. You know, everybody had their experiences. Fall time came, people tired. So I had an experience while playing in all these other leagues. I saw what it was doing for those women in those communities, and that's important to me. Like something people don't know. Like I really do be about my community work.
Okay.
You know? And I've learned what my talents are. My talents are really bringing people together, you know, having an impact and giving them an experience.
Okay, those are your talents.
Those are my talents,
Okay.
right? I can solve problems. I bring people together. I give experiences, and I try to be impactful doing that.
Okay.
So for me, I saw this happening as I was playing around in these different counties, cities, but it wasn't happening where I lived in South Fulton.
Okay.
You know, so I thought, I can do this, and I am a creative. You know, I build something out of nothing, and I say that humbly. You know, but it wasn't happening in South Fulton.
Okay.
You know, so I was like, I'm gonna start a league, and I thought I was gonna have a whole bunch of people be with me when I started.
You, yeah.
You know, I had 2 teams, I had coaches,
right,
and I started a league in South Fulton, and so the SSK was Southside Kickers. Southside Kickers, because you know, when I started, I didn't know anything about anybody else, and I knew there weren't leagues in my 10, 20 mile radius.
That's right.
You know, we're talking Union City, College Park, Fairburn, Palmetto, the unincorporated South Fulton area.
Right.
You know, that's the South Fulton. I'm familiar with where we rock at. And
was it at where we are now, Duncan Park, or was it at another location?
No, we started.
You started right here at Duncan Park, where
like
we
when
are?
it made sense, we literally. I ain't gonna go into the story,
right.
but we started at one park. Kind of got shady and you know, the waters got muddy. We went to Langston Hughes. First game ever was at Langston Hughes High School, which is in South Fulton.
Okay.
And let me tell you the trickery, right? So I had been trying to get a park because we only had one field, about 8 teams at the time.
Right.
And we had one field, so it was a long day.
Yeah, it was a long day.
When I finally got the contract over here, it was just about for us to have playoff. So I spun it like bigger, better. You know, we about to, like, for playoffs, we're gonna make this the biggest thing.
Yes,
we're gonna make this the biggest thing. We're gonna have 2 fields, games, bring your tents. So we did all of that, and that started us over here at
Duncan Park.
At Duncan Park.
I
we
love
played out here for a good.
It's a beautiful park too.
It is. You should, you know, you ain't got to, but it's beautiful.
It's a very beautiful park, ladies, gentlemen. So my next question to you is gonna get a little bit personal.
Okay.
How many kids you have?
2.
Now, do you have a boy and a girl, or 2 girls?
A boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl. If I were to ask your kids to tell me one good trait about their dad, what do you think they would say?
One good trait?
Not what you think you want them to say, but what do you think that they would say about you?
Ooh, one good trait that my kids would say, that I take care of people. I think my kids see me, I think they see me in the world.
How old are your kids?
10 and 12. They got birthdays. They're
I don't
3
think
days
your
apart.
10 and 12-year-old can think that intellectual.
Have you met Sydney Jiggins?
I have never met them.
Okay, when you're done with this video, you call somebody that don't know me and you ask them about Sydney Jiggins.
And
when
so,
you said
as a
trait,
10 and 12-year-old, when they have to write a report at school about their dad, one good thing about their dad, they would say what's that again?
Take care of people.
That he likes to take care of
people.
So
here's why.
Okay.
Because they see me do a lot, and I think sometimes they think I'm not home enough for them.
Okay.
Like Sydney has expressed that to me.
Okay.
You know, and it made me think, okay, cool, let's go to Six Flags.
Okay. So if she's expressed that to you, why do you think that would be something good that she would say when she brought it to your attention, as if you're not giving them enough attention? So.
Because I think she see the value in helping other people.
Okay.
I think she on her own, and I think through some of the things I've done and how I am, I think
Okay.
she's seen the goodwill to happen.
Okay.
So I think she understands I know she understands the value.
Okay. So my next question is, since you have been coaching your click squad, hit squad teams up until now with coaching and owning a league, what what have you learned about yourself that you never knew about yourself until now?
Wow, you got some real questions, don't you, Coach Steele? What have I learned about myself?
Yeah, your growth about yourself. Remember, when you started, you didn't know what you didn't know. But now you've learned things and now you know things. So what is it that you've learned about yourself?
Personally, what I've learned about myself, I have the ability to be softer.
Okay.
You know,
I like that answer. In what way?
In the way that, like, I don't allow things to affect me as much.
As much, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I used to be harder. I used to be a bunch of no's.
Okay.
You know, and now I'm more apt to meet people halfway.
Okay.
You know, and work with people. I mean, I've always worked with people, but I understand people who got lives and situations, and I'm more considerate. You know, more considerate, more patient, and I call it being soft because I used to be
softer.
hard,
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. So what we're gonna do is take a little break, and we're gonna
Okay.
get some water, and then we're gonna come right back. Okay.
Absolutely.
Say bye, Atlanta Kickball.